Isn't this thing super cool looking? I love this thing. Anyway, what is this? So this is what is called a repeater or an access point. So this is, it's either Wavlink or Wavlink, depending on how you want to pronounce that. They got pretty good reviews, and these are kind of neat in the fact that it seems like you can use them as a repeating mesh system. So you can go a few hundred feet and put another one. Looks super cool. So let's put it together and try it out. Take all the pieces out. I don't think we're going to need that. We'll set that aside. There's our power cable. There's our PoE injector. That's part of the weatherproofing. There's your 4 antennas. These I think are stabilizers of some sort. This is part of the weatherproofing, and these go on here. They should come with it on here. We took them off because we were trying to figure out how everything went together. So these go on there like that. So if you see here, we got a 2.4 and a 5. Okay, and then we get the same thing on the antennas. So a 2.4 and a 5. And there's 2 different lengths here, which is pretty easy to tell because these ones have the bendy ends on them. Okay, so we're just going to match these up. So there's a 2.4. So the bendy ones go on the bottom. A little tricky getting these on there with the washer on there. These have little arrows here and they go like that. Okay, so this is the cable we're going to be using. So this is just a Cat 5e cable that we're going to plug into the PoE. It's a 75 footer because we're going to install it outside. This is kind of a temporary install. So that's got to go there. So we're going to put this through here. That's going to go through there. Cable's going to fit into the rubbery piece here. Okay, so we have LAN and then PoE in. So we're going to use PoE in. That just slides in there like that. And I don't know if you can tell, but there's plumber's tape around this thing that it came with. Okay, so that's going to give us, I believe this is rated for IP65 waterproof. So that's what you do to make it weather resistant. So take the other end of our cable here, and we're going to look on the box here. And it's very hard to see, but that one says PoE right there. And then that's the DC right there. Okay, now we'll let it get warmed up here, and then we'll get it hooked onto the Wi-Fi and get it installed.
Okay, so this is setup guy here. So you're gonna join the network and you're going to enter admin. That's the default password. Then you want to hit switch mode and enable repeater mode for our purpose. And you're gonna set up a new password, and then you're gonna want to select the network you want to repeat and put in its password. And then you'll want to create 2 new networks. I just went with the defaults, and that'll be your 2.4G and your 5G. You'll have to wait a bit, and then you will be able to join one of the networks. And once you can join one, that means it works.
So we're outside, everything's all powered up. All the lights are on, pretty hard to see because of the brightness out here. But I'm gonna go up and stick it on that J-arm temporarily just so we can test it out. And we're gonna walk basically as far that way as we can so we'll be able to see the building as a reference. And then we have another building over there. It's quite a ways away, and we're gonna walk over there, see how well it works over there. And we'll just see what kind of range it has. It says it's up to 500 meters. It's half a kilometer. I'm guessing that's shooting over water or from mountaintop to mountaintop over a valley, but we'll see. All right, let's see what it can do. I am hooked on to the 2.4G network of the repeater, and if you can see there, I got full bars. So let's see what we can get for a speed test here. So we definitely have some loss here, but it's certainly usable. And I'll show you, I'll hook onto the 5G after this is done, and then we'll see what it's looking like. So that's good enough. So let's go over, change the settings here. Weaker frequencies not penetrating that well through the building here, it looks like. So, yeah, I wouldn't consider that one as usable. Definitely a 2.4 is going to work better. So just in point of reference, there's our building down there. And if you look at the top of the ladder, that's where the unit is. So we're pretty far away. I'm not going to show you the speed test. It's basically the same. If you look, you can see where the ladder is, same difference. That's where the thing is. We're about the same distance, but we're over to the, which direction? We're to the north now instead of the west. These things are designed that if you wanted to go a long distance, you know, let's say you had some buildings, obviously nothing out here, but if you had one every 250, 300 feet or whatever, you could probably go a long way with them if you meshed them all together. But it's pretty impressive and it's a pretty cheap solution. I think it's like just over $100 for this thing. If you like these kinds of videos, be sure to subscribe and give us a comment down below and tell us what you think. If you want to help us out, we have a buy me a coffee link below as well.